Welcome back to Ozarks Fox. Well, this year here in Missouri, more than 40 laws were passed in Jeff City. Our Madison Heaver is here with us now to break it all down for us. Madison, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you have been working on legislation for a while now. It seems since you got here, it's been your beat, Jeff City and politics. So thanks for doing that for us, because sometimes these are complicated issues we have to understand. And one specifically you have covered a lot is abortion, but more than 40 laws were passed, and you did a wrap-up for us. Tell me a little bit about how all of that came about and how you did that, because that's a lot.
We spoke with Speaker of the House Elijah Har. He's a Republican and he represents Springfield. And we also spoke with Crystal Quaid, who's the minority leader, a Democrat who also represents Springfield. Now, they both kind of said that the session was productive, which is kind of interesting because they're both from different sides of the aisle, but they could agree on one thing, that it was productive. And they both were especially proud of one new law here that is kind of locally represented, and that's Haley's Law.
And you have a wrap-up for us, just so we can understand it better. Let's take Madison's story so that we can understand Haley's Law and this session.
I think the biggest pieces of legislation that we passed this year, we passed 3 pieces of legislation on workforce development. We passed a significant piece on the Infrastructure and Bonding Act. We also passed House Bill 126, which was the pro-life bill. We passed Haley's Law. There's a variety of other smaller pieces of legislation, but I would say those are probably the ones that took up the most time and print, as they say.
While Minority Leader Crystal Quaid has some differing opinions than Republican Speaker Elijah Har, they both say they're proud of some of the laws that are now in effect.
There are a handful of bills that got a lot of bipartisan support. We saw some around human and sex trafficking that was sponsored by both sides of the aisle.
They both were supportive of Haley's Law. It updates the Amber Alert system, reducing the amount of time it takes to send out an alert. And it requires the board to meet once a year to discuss changes to the system.
Obviously, the story of Haley is something that has been deeply impactful to everybody in the Springfield community. Because of what happened, some members of our local delegation have been attempting to update the Amber Alert system.
That's Representative Curtis Trent, who also represents Springfield, and Quaid. The legislation took 5 years to become law after Haley Owens, a 10-year-old girl from Springfield, was abducted and murdered. Quaid says often bills like these don't get passed for several years due to legislators' agendas that they have with their own constituents.
Oftentimes, even if it's an issue that both sides agree upon, it does take time to just go through the process. There are 163 legislators and all have different priorities, and so it's not uncommon for something to take 2 or 3 years for it to actually make across the finish line.
Haley's Law was added as part of an omnibus bill that requires a physician to communicate with parents of a minor patient before placing a do not resuscitate order on a child.
And like you said there, Madison, they do both agree it was productive. They agree specifically on Haley's Law. That is a local story we have been covering since the beginning, since all of that happened. Was that surprising to you to hear from both of them? Here are some things we agree on. We are happy, even though we disagree on other things, we're happy that how it ended and that it was productive.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's kind of interesting because like I said, they're both on different sides of the aisle, and you know, it's kind of rare for a Democrat and a Republican to agree on one specific law. But Haley's Law, I think, because they both represent Springfield, it kind of hits home a little bit harder than you know, a usual legislator that works on this kind of stuff every day. I think that because of that, they both were really wanting to get it passed, and it's been trying to go through the legislature for 5 years now. And so it was filed by Representative Curtis Trent. He also represents part of Springfield and Battlefield. And so I think they all kind of, you know, teamed up together, which is, like I said, rare because they're on different sides of the aisle, and that was the most interesting part of it.
And that's one thing you mentioned too, it took a while, and as Representative Quaid mentioned, this one took about 3 years to go through, and we have watched it all develop. It's been a struggle, but I'm sure them and locals here in Springfield are happy it finally got passed. Now, one thing they disagreed on, and this is something you have also been covering a lot, is the abortion law. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, obviously, the Republicans in the Missouri legislature are very proud of the pro-life bill that they pushed through. That's HB 126, and it bans abortions at or after 8 weeks of pregnancy. The judge stalled it, so it wasn't able to go through, and it's just that portion of it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that the judge only blocked that one part of it. It's the 8-week ban. So right now, women that are seeking abortion can still get it, but that's just while that court case plays out.
Do you have any idea how long it will take for this court case to play out? Do we have a timeline on that?
We don't, but the judge said it could take months, which isn't shocking. It's obviously something that's, around the entire country is very controversial. And, based on this case and cases in other states, it could eventually end up in the Supreme Court.
Well, we'll keep watching that story. Thank you, Madison, for being here.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more right here on Ozarks Fox.